Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk about, let's get straight into it, how I made money as a teenager. I always wanted to own my own business. I always wanted to be an entrepreneur, even when I was younger. And to think back now, I actually was growing up and I didn't even really know it. I felt like being an entrepreneur meant that you were making millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, and even I was only making a few hundred, but that was a start, and I didn't think that I was an entrepreneur back then, but I actually was. So I wanted to go through how I made money as a teenager when I didn't have a job. So the first one I want to do, we're going to start out when I was way younger in elementary school. I actually made and sold bracelets through my neighborhood to get money. The reason why I did this was because one of my best friends was moving. Her name was Phyllis. I was in third grade, and I think I was in third grade or fourth grade. One of those. I think it was fourth grade. I'm not sure. But she was moving away, and I still have those pictures today. And me and my friends wanted to make a surprise party for her. And I don't remember if my parents said, we'll get the money, raise the money, and we'll do it. Or if we just said, hey, let's raise money to buy the supplies for the party. I don't even know how much money we made. I think we made like $12. But besides the point, I was becoming an entrepreneur at this point. So I told my dad to take me to Michael's, and we got these glass beads. They're really popular. They were really popular back then, and they kind of still are now. Now they're actually Pandora bracelets. They're these stupid little beads that Pandora gets from Michael's, and they make it to these hundreds of dollars bracelets. Literally, that's what the bracelets looked like when I was making them back in elementary school. So we get these little glass beads and we would make bracelets. And we walked around my neighborhood, I totally remember this, with my best friend Haley, knocking on people's doors and telling them, hey, my best friend's moving away and we want to raise some money to, buy supplies for a surprise party for her. We're this age, we were about like 9 years old, maybe 10. I don't even think we were 10 years old. And we want to sell you some bracelets. So we showed them the bracelets and people would pay. People thought it was so awesome. I don't remember how much money we got, but I believe it was around $12. We were selling these bracelets pretty cheap. I mean, they were little glass bracelets. And my friend Haley made the invitations. I'm going to try to actually, pop in some pictures of all these pictures that we took during this party, and we raised a little bit of money, got some food, got some decorations, and had a surprise party for her. That was my first taste of entrepreneur. Of course, I also made money, cleaning the house for my mom, and also cleaning her car. Like, I would wash her car, like this, what a lot of little kids would do. Their parents would say, hey, I'll give you $10 if you wash this, and they use that $10 for like candy and stuff. But I didn't see that as an entrepreneurial little job, because it wasn't something I put together. My mom just kind of put the idea in my head, hey, I'll give you $10. I even negotiated with her one time. I was like, I'll wash your car for 20. She said 10, and I said 15, trying to up my way up there. But anyway, that was my first taste of entrepreneurial. It was not a business, but I made money, and I was only like 8 years old, 9 years old. The next one was cleaning houses. I wanted to go on a missionary trip to Dominican Republic, and I wanted to film like the poverty there and to also help out there. And I got up with a church, I forget what the church was called, New Life or something like that, and they had missionary trips. And I chose one. I think the missionary trip had to be like maybe $600. I don't know. I don't really remember. My mom was the one that read the paper and stuff. And, it came with accommodations, it came with food, transportation, and, adults to go with us. And my mom wasn't going to be going with me that year because I don't know why. She just wasn't. And she wasn't going to give me the money for it. I had to work for the money. So I created a home cleaning business to raise money to go there. My mom, I believe, did most of the work communicating. She told me to talk to certain people who said that they would pay for me, not pay for me, but give me money to clean their house. And I would clean their whole house. I remember I didn't even set a price. You guys, I was young. I was like 14 or something, 15. I didn't even set a price. I was just like, okay, I'm just going to work all summer until I get enough money for this trip. And I don't remember, my mom said that she would go half on it, or if I had to get all of it. I was just working. And I guess my mom was like putting this together. But I do remember I got my uncle to let me clean, or actually my aunt to let me, she told me to weed her whole garden, and I was cleaning up her garden and stuff, pulling out weeds, putting flowers down, you know, helping out her garden situation. She has a huge garden. She's Filipino, so, or Filipina, and, you know, she makes her own crops. Like, she grows her own food and as well as flowers and stuff. So I was helping out with that. And I remember I got a check, I think it was like for either $200 or $400, and I was like, whoa, I didn't ask for all this. I really didn't want give outs on this project. I was just thinking that I was gonna have this business, run it, clean people's houses, and get money at a fair wage amount. I wasn't expecting like this to actually be a donation thing. Like people were paying me like $200, and I had no idea. My mom was the one dealing with the money, and I was just working. That's not a very smart situation, but I was young. This was my first time ever really on a large scale making money, and I made enough money to send myself to Dominican Republic for like, I want to say maybe 10 days, where I did rescue relief. I will try to insert some pictures here of it. It wasn't smart, but a lot of people, if you're a teenager or if you're younger and you just go out there and you knock on people's doors and tell them what you're doing, you'll get more money than you think you will. I mean, I didn't even set an amount, and people were just like throwing this money at me, and I wasn't actually physically taking it. My mom was. Good thing she was a good person not taking it. I think she knew how much this was a really good reason to give someone money. I wanted to go help out poor people in Dominican Republic, and I totally remember coming back and I bawled my eyes out because I was so sad that I was coming home to a 2-story 2,000 square foot home, around that much, and these people were living in small little huts with no shoes under a bridge, with no food and water. Oh, it broke my heart, and I knew I wanted to continue doing that, and I want to do that still till this day, but you know, school, work, all this. So my next one that I did was I started, Platos Closet is a place that buys and sells lightly used clothes, designer clothes, or name brand clothes, not designer clothes. And, you know, I had a shopping habit, and sometimes I would wear something maybe once or twice, and then I wouldn't wear it again, and I'd give it to my friends. But this little idea came out where you could sell your clothes. So I would sell my clothes all the time to go get extra money. I would also buy things on sale. Like sometimes you could find sale items for $1, and they would take it and give you like $3. Not a big, you know, profit off of that. I was getting just a little bit of money, but I was trying to see what I could finesse. I just ended up selling all my old clothes that I didn't wear, and I would get extra money and save it. It would go to my gas tank, it would go to my food, anything, so I didn't have to use my paycheck. So at this point, I'm in high school when this has come out, and I'm in like 9th grade when this comes out. So I start selling my old clothes here and there, and I learned the system, right? They have 3 stores in Virginia: Chesapeake, Newport News, Greenbrier, right? If one place wouldn't take my clothes, I'd go to the next place. And then if they wouldn't, I'd go to the next place, and then I would hold on to those clothes, and then I would sell them seasonally. So if I had sweaters that they didn't take last year, I would try to get them to take them the next year, which helped. I was finessing it, and, you know, paid for my gas. It wasn't a lot of money, $20 here, sometimes $50 there. One time I got $100 from them, so it was something. I was making money, and I was finessing the system. So that's one way you can make money. Sell your clothes. Now they have little apps online that you can post your clothes. You know, I'd suggest doing it all pretty, put it on model, or wherever you got that piece of clothing from. Try to find it online again and repost that picture, the professionally taken picture, off the website, and put it on the app that you want to sell your clothes on, so that way it looks brand new. It's great photography. People are more inclined to buy when it's sold or appeals really nice online. So that's a tip. The next way that I got money was selling jewelry on eBay. So I was looking on eBay. eBay was my favorite in high school, when I got my money from my job. At this point I had a job, and I've always had 2 jobs in my life. Always had 2 jobs. I got that from my dad. You know, he always had 2 jobs, and I was like, this money can go to savings, and this money from this job can be my shopping money, because I had a shopping addiction, and I, needed extra money for it. I started seeing like these big bib necklaces, gaudy, gem, big necklaces were coming in, and they were selling them really cheap in store. And then I saw online people were reselling them for a bigger amount of money. So I would buy those sale bib, gem, huge gaudy necklaces for like $1 or $3 from the store, and I would repost them on eBay for $10, $15, sometimes $20. And I was making bank. This was the first time I named my business Solstice Boutique on eBay, and I started selling them. I got really good reviews. I never got a bad review. I've never gotten anything returned to me. And how I was able to always make money is because I was making like $100 within 3 days, or sometimes $100. I actually made $100 in one day before. And the reason why I was beating out the competition on eBay was because I had a necklace neck holder. It was black, and I would set it up against something, up against a window, make it nice and bright, and put the necklace on it so it looked professional. Then I took the strategy of eBay where people they weren't putting in glamorous bib necklace, right? They were putting in all these keywords like bib, huge collar necklace, statement piece, gem necklace, red gem, handmade, gold necklace, there was like 15 description words in the title, and I took that strategy that other people were doing and putting it into my description, and that was getting the clicks. My necklace was getting to the top of the search bar because of that. And I took people's strategy, and it worked, and I was selling what they didn't have on eBay already because I was getting them from stores. So I was making a lot of money. The reason why I stopped doing that was because I was a teenager. Even though I wanted to be an entrepreneur, I wasn't thinking of myself as an entrepreneur. I just thought I have a store on eBay and I'm making a few hundred here and there, but entrepreneurs make thousands and millions of dollars, so I don't compare. I had a social life, school, boyfriend. I was just not putting my all into it. I was making money, and that was good, but I wasn't thinking long term. And when I did try, I was noticing that the bib necklace was going out of style, but I couldn't find what was in style now. So I kind of just gave up. I just stopped posting and stopped buying stuff, and bib necklaces actually started becoming more expensive, and the sales weren't lasting. So it was just this whole thing, and I just kind of stopped. I made my money. I made bank. I went shopping. And you guys, I did nothing smart with this money. I took the money and went shopping. I should have been investing, but investing wasn't on my mind in high school because I knew nothing about it, which would be another story. If you guys want to hear about my investment story, I can make a video. But, I didn't know anything back then. I was just a kid wanting to shop with my friends. So I made a lot of money doing that. Well, my next and last revenue that I made in my teens was YouTube. Crazy, right? Because you guys are on this channel that has no subscribers and no views on my videos, but I actually have a main channel called Let's Jazz It Up 2. So this one is called Let's Jazz It Up 2.0, right? And I've had this channel since my teenage years, 2012 I want to say, and I have 31,000 followers or subscribers on that channel, where I was posting story times, I was posting advice, I was posting makeup, fashion, and I got up to 31,000 views. 31,000 subscribers, and from there I started getting $100, $130 a month. Not a lot, but it was something for a teenager, and of course I wasn't doing anything smart with that money except for spending it. I wish if there was a video that I could make about what I want to tell teenager Jasmine, baby Jasmine, fetus Jasmine, is to do something smart with your money. Stop shopping. I was making $130 a month from YouTube, and then after my teen years, well, almost after my teen years, which will be another video, is how I stopped making money from YouTube and started making money some other way, because YouTube, it bombed, it sank on small creators. They no longer, push my videos out to people, and they unsubscribe people from me, but that's neither here or there. I made money off of YouTube when I was in 12th grade and my first few years of college. So those are my 5 ways that I made money as a teenager. I was making pretty good money. It wasn't a lot. It wasn't awesome, but it was more than I was making at my job for doing nothing but being at home online. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let me know down below if you're a teenager or if you were a teenager. What did you do to make money, extra money when you were younger? Do you wish that you had some ideas to make money when you were younger? Please subscribe to this channel. I want this channel to be positive vibes, you know, my financial journey, my making my business journey, what I've learned in my life type of journey and lessons. So please subscribe if you were interested in that. Remember, you cannot live a positive life with a negative mindset, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.